Yo, 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 what's up, Bulls Nation, Bulls family? Y'all already know we back with another one, man. It's the Bully Sports Show. It's your boy Hermes. Got my boy Q in the building today, man. We got some good news going on, man. So let's get into this, man. We got the re-signing the IO. They
Yo,
brought my
boy.
boy. Yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
boy.
yeah, yeah. I was all down with IO, man. We gonna get into some of that. We got the two-way signing of overlap Bitum. My boy from overseas, knockdown shooter. We're gonna touch on him. It is some rumblings that we might be a threat to sign Christian Wood from the Lakers. We're gonna touch on that. And then how the hell did Acme let JFL go, man? So that's how we're gonna end the show off. But first, y'all already know I gotta ask my boy, how you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Like honestly, honestly, I'm happy we got your boy back. So I'm doing pretty good, man. I was kind of hurt to be like, we just gonna lose our starting point guard pretty much. Even though we was trying to replace him, like we just gonna let him walk without replacing him. That'd been kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie, but pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Man, that's all good, man. I know again, Io, he pretty controversial, man. Having a strong first year, then coming in second season, seemed like the league kind of figured him out. He looked a step slow. He was probably the worst starting point guard last year. Second round pick. There's a lot of expectation on Io, man. Like we do gotta recognize that my man is only a second year player in the league. I don't think that situation was brought upon, especially no second round pick. I don't think there was no second round pick starters at all, let alone a point guard. So he's very controversial, man, very controversial. But I really like Io, bringing him back. I think just being from Chicago, having those ties to the city, man, and also just having that dog mentality, man. I love Io, bro. I love Io, man. The defensive impact he brings into the game. He stays son of Trey Young. We laughed about that shit multiple times last season. He bring it every night on the defensive end. I just think offensively, and then going from year one to year two, it wasn't that much, progress. I think that's what everybody was kind of, down on after him having such a strong first year. But outside of that, I think Io is a
You,
good role player. He definitely will fit in any rotation. But again, we did bring in Javon Carter, re-sign Kobe White. That seemed like those were priorities. So, what's your take on Io, man? How you feeling about the re-sign?
the only thing is about it. The only thing I'll say is I was surprised that we gave him a multi-year deal. Like I thought it was probably be like a maybe another 1 year team, 1 year player or something. Um, and I was also surprised it was
No.
basically
So with the restricted free agents, they can't sign nothing less than a 3 year deal. So
oh,
that's
okay.
yeah, yeah. So that's the only thing when you restrict it. I think the minimum years that you can sign, it has to be at least 3 years. Or he could have just took the 1 year qualifying off. So if
Okay.
he did have another offer out there, we would have had to do more than that 5.2, which we did, which was an extra like 1.8.
I would say we was basically at 7 a year.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much 70 years. So that's the only thing with the restricted free agency. But go ahead, Q.
You feel like I don't know. You feel like I know the one like the market was that high because he got the same amount as Javon Carter at this point.
Yeah,
And we
definitely.
talked about how Javon Carter was supposed to be a big upgrade. He had a little bit more shit and that. So I don't know, it was just kind of weird to me just looking at it from that perspective. Like I didn't expect him to get that much, but at the same time, it wasn't like breaking the bank for Io. So I'm happy he got his money. And then, I'm also happy that he gets to return as a Bull because I liked him in the second unit with him and Kobe coming off the bench together.
Oh,
Now, I don't know
definitely.
how I don't know how all of these guards are going to get minutes. That they still have yet to get answers. Someone got to be the odd man out. I refuse to see Alex Caruso play the four again. So I don't know. That to me that's just the only thing I had. It's not even so much as bringing him back. It's just like, okay, is he gonna play? So we know Dalen Terry's not playing. But he has a roster spot, so we don't. It's just a lot going on with the guard rotation with the Bulls.
I just to that point, I would say tread softly, knowing Billy Donovan. Don't set yourself up for disappointment. Caruso will be playing that four position. And any fucking realm of Billy Donovan coaching, there's no way Alex Caruso is not. He's gonna roll that lineup out of Javon Carter, Alex Caruso, Zach, and DeMar and Vooch. You know that's finna be that lineup, and you know Caruso is about to play some heavy minutes at the four. Even though we
Well, I'm glad
did
about
add, Torrey Craig, which I would love to, utilize him properly. But I think even with the Torrey Craig signing, I'm not saying Derrick Jones Jr. was a Torrey Craig mold, but I think they have pretty much similarities. And it seemed like DJJ never played the four. He was like a designated five. You know what I'm saying? You never really seen too many lineups with Drummond and DJJ in the same lineup. It was always like one or the other, and that's just to make room for Caruso to play the four. So I just think like, don't get your hopes up too high. But I do,
this made me so sad.
yeah.
This made me so sad. It's like talking about, yeah, we got Torrey Craig. We probably gonna run him at the five though. Like,
Oh yeah, it's coming, bro. It's if DJJ played five, you know, and again, it was strategic. Like certain times it did look great. But it's like, you sacrifice so much by playing that small ball lineup where, yeah, it may be more efficient, but it's like you giving up so much more stuff, I think, defensively to where, the rebound and then you get the constant fouls. And then it's like, again, you playing people up positions. Here come injuries and stuff like that. So, short lived, yeah, it's a great idea, but long term, I think it's a terrible idea. But hey, Billy Donovan is the coach. I just won't be surprised if I see, Alex Caruso probably being a starting for, honestly. I really think he want to run that
all
lineup
the
with Javon, Caruso, Zach, DeMar, and Vooch, bro. And Vooch, bro. So
man, put DeMar at the 40, and at that point, like, I don't even know, man.
I
I
mean,
go though.
yeah. I don't know. I guess this small ball world shit. Or he could stick with Pat, man. He could stick with Pat. It all depends. That's why I can't wait to fucking training camp, bro. Like, I really want to know what his rotation is gonna look like. Because if we sit here and count down, bro, like he usually go 10 man deep. So we got,
Mm-hmm.
say, traditional starters. If we looking at it from a logical standpoint, I think me and you would agree that this probably would be the most likely starting lineup if we were coaching. Would be Javon, Zach, DeMar, Pat or Torrey, and Vooch, of course. And then depending on if Pat or Torrey start, say if Torrey's coming off the bench, you got Torrey coming off the bench, Caruso, Kobe White, that's 8. You still got Big Drum back there, that's 9. And then that 10th man, that last spot. So it's either gonna be Io, um, what's the new kid name? Julian Phillips or Dalen Terry. At this point, bearing, we don't sign anybody else because we still got that one, minimum contract, which we're gonna get into. But right now, as current active players on this team, that looks like that'll probably be the 10 man rotation. So it's gonna be a dogfight between Io, Dalen, and Julian Phillips. Where I think Io kind of leads that charge, but at the same time, size, like it's size in the second unit as well too. Like you can't run, or you can run a lineup of Io, Caruso, Kobe White, Drummond, and Torrey Craig
Pat,
or
Craig,
Pat.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that. Three small guards, a 3 guard lineup against something that fucking Billy Donovan loves to run. So you know, I think Io
Yeah,
might get minutes.
it ain't impossible. Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
I just once again, I like him a lot. He got like he very good defensively. His finishing, he's very crafty at the rim. You just gotta fix his shot. Got a little hitch in
Yeah,
that shot. Just gotta fix that shot, get a little bit quicker, make it a little bit more smoother. And
yeah.
I think he'll be great if he can fix that.
100%. That's the next step in his development for me. Is he already good at handling the ball, but actually breaking somebody down off the dribble. He's very good off triple threat position where he catch it, and then based on his first step, because he got an explosive first step, you know.
Hmm.
But actually being able to bring the ball up the court and break somebody down off the dribble, I think that'd be the next leap in his game. And then catch and shoot.
Yeah.
Like, like quit passing up the open jumpers when you get it. Let it fly. It seemed like at the beginning of last year, that's what we was paying attention to. And it looked like he was kind of like, he got it. Like, hey, I'm gonna get it,
Hmm.
I'm gonna shoot it. And then it just seemed like he started to lose confidence throughout the season last year. So yeah, that to me that'll be the next development in his game. But going on to the next signing that we had, Onrelap Bitum. My guy, he played overseas, 40% 3-point shooter. Overseas, he did average 18, 5, and 4. And on the 40% from threes, that was on 7 attempts per game. So my man's an
Yeah, he
actual
was stepping.
shooter.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
he was getting them up.
yeah. And
The crazy part was his highlight reel was him doing 360 and reverse dunks in game.
two-time dunk champion over there as well, too. So
That's the part I was just like, he remind me of Chase Budinger, I guess. Pat Connaughton. I'm just looking. I'm just like, what am I looking? They're like, yeah, we got a shooter. Oh, I see on the highlights. Reverse 360.
to
Reverse.
the cup. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's definitely interesting. I can see, I see why the Bulls felt the need to give him a fly out here to Chicago, because specifically the 40% from 3-point shooting. Their line's a little bit closer, so you got to keep that in mind. But at the same time, if we can get that 38, that would be great. He's 6'6", he got size.
Six
If we can
seven.
get
6'7".
six
Yeah.
7, so yeah, we finally got like he that build.
Yeah.
He's that build. They tight. So I think he could be a person that might be a little bit more ready than you might think, just because he's a lot of overseas experience. He's a little bit older now. I think he's older than Mirotic and not Mirotic, Marco and
Oh, he way better than Marco, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He way better than Marco. Let me get that age for you though.
I'm gonna say yeah, because I think he was a little bit older as a player, which could be a good thing. But aside from that,
He
I like
24.
this.
He 24.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. See,
24.
he a little bit older, so I think because of that, he might have a high IQ. That might lead him to see the floor, lead him to get to the floor sooner, especially because once again we need more size.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, and at that sizable shooter, most of our shooting come from our point shooting guards, which he is still a shooting guard. Um, but we definitely need more shooting on wing. I think that's what kind of kills us. Um, but yeah, hopefully he can come in and replicate what he was doing over there. It's gonna be a little bit more physical, compared
Mm-hmm.
to overseas. But I think with him being a 2-time dunk champion, that should translate. I think he should be able to fit in well. I definitely like to see what he looked like. Can't wait to bring him over and then watch him in preseason, man. I think that'd be nice. Outside of Bidham, though, let's go back to kind of the disappointing news, man. JFL, man, Javon Freedom Liberty came
I know
in.
you was hurt about that.
Man, I was so
I
salty,
know you was
bro.
hurt.
I honestly, for me, I'm starting to question Acme ability to kind of assess talent. When you look at JFL, um, a guy came in last year for G League, averaged 18, 6, and 3 on the 50, 80, 40 splits. Now, 5 attempts per game from 3-point line. Came in, had a strong summer league, all second NBA team summer league at that. I don't think we had, outside of Patrick Williams, we haven't had a rookie do that since damn near Shit, honestly, I don't know. Probably D
And
Rose or something.
honestly, they bought up Denzel Valentine. I think he won
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
championships.
yeah, yeah. I forgot all
It's
about
crazy.
bro.
It's crazy. They bought that. I forgot he had us fooled, man.
Yeah,
He had us fooled. But going back to JFL,
yeah, bro. I just, to me, it's just super disappointing because it's like, man, he was clearly like the best player on the summer league team. He's still young, a DePaul product. Even though I know he is a guard, I just look at it like where you giving out these other two-way contracts to no go. He all right, but still, I don't think he's like this. He's gonna come in and be this big time contributor or some shit like that. Like, no, I highly doubt he's ever going to be a starter in this NBA. Maybe a 15 to 18-minute player. Again, I could be wrong, but right now, projection looking like he's not that damn good. Julian Phillips has a shit ton of potential, but he's still not there. And then you got JFL, who's the proven talent. Look better than Dalen Terry. Like again, was our best player, no hands down. Period. And we don't offer this man no type of contract at all. And at that, he signed for a two-way deal. That's what pissed me off. Like, again, I know people like Justin Lewis. I like Justin Lewis as well too. But I like, bro, like, I don't know, like logically thinking, man, like go develop Justin Lewis down there in the fucking G League. And if he gets good enough, maybe offer him a contract. But at the same time, I would have liked JFL on the official roster. If not, definitely a damn two-way. I would have cut Justin Lewis or Sonogo, instantly.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
he showed that much to where I can't just let him go to somebody, especially somebody in the East, bro. Like, let him walk like that for a two-way contract, bro. Like, come on, man. That was bullshit. That was bullshit in my opinion. But how you feeling about that?
I mean, no, I was surprised he. I don't even think Chicago sent them an offer. At least that's what I've seen some reports about.
They was
You know,
trying.
don't
They was trying. But to me, it's like, okay, what the fuck is trying, bro? Get it done. Like it makes no sense. Like it made no sense to me. So
exactly. So I was surprised, and then I think at the same time, I think the re-signing of Io kind of like made Chicago's hands tied. They clearly don't want to cut ties with Justin Lewis. I actually wanted to know why because I haven't seen much from him, considering they cut ties from Simonovic and everyone else. But it was just like you said, it was questionable because it was like at the very least this could have been our Fred VanVleet. Like we could have, he was he was looking good shooting the rock. We could have developed that. We need more catch and shooting at this point. Like we need anyone who can get them up and hit them.
bro, we need offense. We was 24th in fucking offense last year. Like to me, it just like you said, it just didn't make no sense to me. I think honestly, potential, just potential wise, like bro, he got potential, like real life potential. Like I think he could have made, something to himself. Coming in hungry. If we would have gave him that roster spot, I think he would have pushed other players that's, within the organization and stuff like that, saying, hey, this dude ain't no fucking slouch, bro. He got buckets at DePaul. He got buckets in G League. He damn sure would have got buckets in the league, at least a minimum role. And then with the proper player development, I think dude got so much fucking potential, bro. That was just disappointing to me, man. Like it was
No,
nothing.
I'm agree with you.
It was nothing that I seen in this tape that would have made me second guess. I even said it publicly, like, bro, if bringing in JFL, y'all know I fuck with IO. Like, you know what I'm saying? But having JFL on the roster made it easier for me to even let IO go. Like, that's how fucking good he played, bro. And IO was our full-time starter last year. You feel
Yeah,
me? So
I was on the same page with that. But I think once they chose to bring back Io, kind of made their hands tied. So,
yeah, but a
and it's not like
two-way,
they get
you
rid of
couldn't give him a two-way though. Like, damn.
they seem like they want Sanogo, they want Justin Lewis. At least I understand Bidham. Man, Bidham already got a highlight tape. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, yeah,
like, if he do
yeah.
any of that,
I would like Bidham, Bidham and to me JFL. That to me that's like them the type of players you actually want on your two way, like somebody who has potential to actually make the fucking roster. All them other dudes, like no disrespect to Justin Lewis. I liked him coming out of college, but at the same time, he hasn't did shit since he's been in the Bulls uniform. He did get hurt last year. Um,
I heard again in the summer league.
yeah, but to me, he's still at that same level, like as a Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips right now. And it's like, okay, these are they unproven. They just raw, just raw players that take a shit ton of time of personal development. And I think JFL had already did that. Like he already developed himself enough where, okay, now all I need is an organization to kind of push me, places that I probably can't think right now, but I don't know, man. I hope that best of luck to my mans. I hope that we don't look back and have this same situation happen. We did this with Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, shit. We talked about Laurie marketing. Same shit with Laurie marketing. Uh, who else? What other young guy done left us and kind of took off somewhere else, and we didn't even
Wendell doing a little
Wendell.
bit now.
Wendell working out with
It's a
Vooch and shit.
lot.
It's a video of Wendell and Vooch fucking working out now and shit. And it's like, man, like, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully, again, they made the right decision, but shit, time will tell on that one. Now, outside of the JFL and the front office, I ain't here to throw them under the bus. They do have at least one more move to make. It looks like they with Carlik Jones hold on the roster at like 1.9, they could re-sign Carlik Jones. If they do that, I'm definitely slapping the fuck out of AK. Like you could have just fucking signed JFL, bro. Like, but they still have time to make a decision on that last contract. Right now, it looks like they're about 500K under the luxury tax threshold. But if they, not guarantee Carlik Jones, that's gonna open that 1.9, which is gonna give them about 2.4 million. We all know the minimum contracts, depending on your time in the league. You could definitely sign somebody for 1.9. So it's been some names floated out there. Someone we've been super high on, Christian Wood. I think Christian Wood will come in, fill the exact role of what we need. I would like to see him in the starting lineup, honestly, if he was here. I know the defensive tandem of him and Vooch might not be the best, but I'm always go back to this. Defense wasn't our problem last year, it was offense. We still kept that defensive identity, which, I think that's not going nowhere. It's just offensively. And I think Christian Wood would definitely, feel that need for that stretch four position, be able to space the floor, whatever. Even if he does come off the bench as well, too. To me, that is an actual small ball five. If you wanted to do the small ball five shit, because he blocks shots, he can rebound, he can stretch the floor. He's long, he's seven some wingspan. Like that's an actual small ball five. And to me, he just fill a role and a need on this team, man. Uh, what you thinking? I know we already done
I
trust
mean,
in
I think.
Christian Wood.
I mean, honestly, at this point, like, remember I told you I still don't think they're going to use the player exception. So it would be nice to see them use it or do what it.
No. So the rumblings about Christian Wood, they say he's a coach killer, bro. So he's a coach killer. And a lot of players around the league seem not to like him. So that's why he's still on the fucking market to this day.
Dang.
And the thing
Wait,
is,
how you a coach killer?
they said he was having problems with Jason Kidd, and Jason Kidd, amongst league sources, is supposed to be like one of the best, player coaches in the league. And
Okay.
that's why he been on 7 teams in 7 years, bro. He haven't found a consistent home. It's like every year he on a
True.
new team.
True.
So it's just like
Even though
character.
he get back, yeah, true.
Yeah, he get buckets, but it's character concerns. It's kind of giving me like that Jabari Parker type feel to it. But again, he's only coming for a minimum. I don't think no other team is offering anything above the minimum. So would you
I
bring a
mean,
man on a minimum?
yeah, yeah. Like at this point, seeing how free agency kind of didn't like dried up now, seeing who's left, he would be the biggest difference maker. Just not always give us offense at a position that we need in his proven offense, whether it's spot up shooting, rebounding, inside presence. He knows what to do with the ball. So You gotta love him. I don't know how bad of a locker room guy he is. I'm glad it never really spills over to the floor, but it just I wouldn't mind having him.
Yeah, yeah, I think Christian Wood would be my number one get right now. They also got us tied to Kelly Oubre. Bleacher Report had put out an article like, hey, they think as far as the fit, with Chicago, that Chicago could just make a call and more than likely Kelly Oubre would accept that offer. But they did say with him, shot chucking is the number one thing that each team has to look out. Dumb plays, tunnel vision, and I know if y'all eating up Zach, y'all damn sure gonna eat up Kelly Oubre. So Kelly Oubre still out there. What you feel about Kelly?
I'm cool with Kelly. I was trying to see maybe the person I was looking at was probably Eric Fournier, seeing if could probably a way to get him, seeing how the Knicks seem like they're done with him.
Yeah, we'll have to trade for him, and he make like 20 mil, so we'll have to, we'll
I
have
was
to send
hoping. I'm
out
like,
some
he's not in
money.
the he's not in the rotation. I could see them waving him or something at this point. That man was just on the whole team for a year and did not play. He get paid 20 mil.
Yeah, maybe a buyout candidate for sure. Yeah, if they buy him out, I think they're trying to get some. I hear San Antonio interested. I think they're trying to find a trade partner for him. Again, if they don't find a trade partner, I could definitely see like maybe after the trade deadline or something like that. If they can't find no move, just buy him out, and then he'll definitely be a buyout candidate. I would like to see. Um,
That's what I've been looking at lately. Like, okay, I see. Keep an eye on him. We can use his shooting. He just want
def
to play. At this point, he don't need to start. So
definitely, definitely. I mean, he is a fucking knockdown shooter. He ain't no slouch on the offensive end. But I'm looking in that mode too, man. More of offensive type presence players, people that's gonna come in and contribute offensively to our team. I think defensively, we got enough defensive pieces. I would still like shot blocking, but I think Christian Wood would fit like every fucking thing that we need. I think Christian Wood is the answer. I think he would be a seamlessly fit. I think it all comes down to, do we offer the contract? And number two, what the fuck is Billy Donovan gonna do with the talent that we have on this team?
yeah,
It all starts and ends with Billy, bro. All starts and ends with Billy, man. What you
that's your
shaking
coach
your
though,
head,
man.
man? You shaking your head,
That's
kind
your
of
coach, man.
crazy over there, man. You ain't got no
Yeah, that's
faith
your
in
coach,
Billy?
man. I don't know, man. After last year, I actually have to sit here and question, like, bro, like, why do you got like? It's like we suffering as fans watching this, bro. Like, it'd be real simple. Put this man, put Drummond in, man, put Kobe in, man, put Zach back in. Fuck it, like.
Yeah,
It be looking very, very obvious, and that would be the part that killed me.
questionable without a doubt. To say the fucking least, he ain't a terrible coach, but he not the best coach, and I think we could do better. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
But I still think we got like he got a little bit more left in the tank. Maybe he
Yeah,
comes back a little bit better this year.
yeah,
A lot of sometimes coaches really do hit the lab themselves.
yeah,
Tibbs had to do it when he had left Chicago. He wasn't too good in Minnesota. Hit the lab, came back. Now he got everybody in New York over hooping. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, hopefully he looked at this off season and him and the coaching staff worked on some things too. Now, I got one more free agent that we tied to, as far as sources is concerned, and that's Rudy Gay. Rudy
okay, I
Gay,
did see that too.
6'9" forward, come in, always been a bucket getter. Again, tunnel vision to me is just like an old Kelly Oubre, like but I'm fine with that. I like Rudy. I know he got relationships with DeMar DeRozan back in their Toronto days and stuff like that. If he comes in, somebody like I said, 6'9", can hit the 3-point shot. Uh, Not so much athletic anymore or anything like that. I see him coming in, maybe playing like 15 minutes a game, and that would make Pat a clear cut starter, in my opinion. Or, that will actually get Pat his demands and push him to the wing if you start Torrey Craig at the four. Because now Pat can play behind DeMar DeRozan, and then you got Rudy Gay playing that four position. I don't think that would be a bad pickup, but I think that would be like, last option for me.
I'm with you on the last option, but I also wouldn't sleep on it. Like if there would be anybody that I would hope that could awaken Pat, it would be Rudy Gay. Like I literally play like him, play like whatever he do, just do it. If he tells you to shoot it, shoot it. Like I think that's the perfect person probably to teach him. But aside from that, I don't really know what else he would bring. He would be a nice guy. He would bring some size, a little bit of IQ. But I would prefer the other options we said. Still, like, okay, one of my favorite 2K players of all.
Yeah, Rudy ass was nice, bro. I wanted Rudy bad when we had D Rose, Jimmy. I wanted Rudy at the three so bad, bro, so bad.
that,
When we lost out on Melo, man, Rudy would have been a perfect
that,
addition.
yeah,
And we went and
on
got
Twitter.
Dunleavy. Well, Dunleavy won. He